All right. This is a job we did yesterday, and then we figured out there was tons of buried pet hair the extractor brought up. So he's already come up here and vacuumed everything again. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over it one more time with the odor treatment because we know now they have pets. And we're doing, this light in here is terrible. It's still pitch black outside, so we're having to use the house lights to film with. And then the living room. Yeah, I don't know if you can see out these blinds.
The sun's just coming up.
It's just starting to come up outside.
And it's dark, it's still kind of...
And he's mixing up some, this is BETCO fiber cap.
Let's see.
Which is an end cap.
Looks good to me.
And then he's got after he's done with the Oric here, he's gonna put down...
The pre-treatment.
Now that's a pet odor treatment, it's a RIDZ.
RIDZ Desert Rain.
Yeah, RIDZ Desert Rain,
yeah.
Which is a really strong deodorizer, and it does a good job cleaning too.
Oh, it's gonna kill the urine, but the urine's already killed with that OS1, so this is just a secondary deal. So
you bonnet clean, a vacuum, post vacuum, then a bonnet clean, put down a pet treatment.
Spray cap it or spray
and end cap, and then we have the rake up here.
Are you ready to rock, baby?
He's gonna rake. Did you already? Okay. You're gonna do this living room first.
I'll do it first. It's a big room, everybody wants to see it, so we won't put it on the last like we should.
And we're not
when we're done with this, everybody's gonna turn the video off because they don't want to see the bedrooms, but they're gonna be on there.
Well, those who want to see them, they'll be there.
Yeah.
We may do a separate video of the raking though, because I don't want a 45-minute video.
Well, for those of you who think it's cool, I'm using the Power Solo 260 for this. No rhyme or reason for it, I just am.
That way he doesn't have to pump it up in the middle of this. Okay, that's the Oric bonnet on the standard. That's just a regular Oric with the Oric bonnet, which we discovered over years of experimenting. Save yourself a lot of trouble. Just use the Oric bonnets. Oric bonnets and the Oric pad drivers.
They got cotton and polyester in them.
Yeah, and you don't have to modify your pad drivers and all that stuff. It's just...
They'll work with your standard Oric pad driver, which is a real nightmare, as you all know. To have
yeah, no, you can use whatever you want, but I'm just telling you, if you just use the standard Oric bonnets, you'll be fine. And they're pretty inexpensive, and they're easier to... It's just a lot easier. They'll pretty much do everything. They'll do floors and carpets and just anything you want to do. We're probably going to order a couple extra ones pretty soon because what's nice is you can just go on Amazon, order one, or you can order 10 or however many you want instead of having to. A lot of times you try to get other bonnets and they're out of stock, or you have to order a minimum of 5 or 10, which is kind of not necessarily what you always want to do.
Not necessarily.
Don't let anybody fool you. These are actually fine.
Yeah, they're cotton and polyester. There's nothing wrong with them. They're a blended bonnet. They got enough cotton to absorb enough polyester to make them glide quick and they have longevity where they don't wear out as quick as a cotton bonnet would.
And I'm not on a gimbal today. I'm on a little short selfie stick, so I can actually move in on these things a little bit. And see, we got these tools that we have for like making videos with. You don't have to use them all the time.
Not 100%. But we do a lot.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a deadline we're working with, so we're up here early in the morning.
Yeah, we gotta be done at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
They gotta get it ready for a hot water here.
Yeah, they're wanting to inspect this place, make sure it's ready, because they got new tenants.
They got people moving in Friday. This is what, Wednesday or Tuesday? This is Tuesday.
This is Tuesday, but
they still got work to do up here. The shower's not complete. The hot water heater's messed up.
Yeah, they need a transition strip right there.
Yeah, they need a lot of stuff, so they're not ready to move this place in, so they need this quick so they can start working today. They'll be over here by 9 or 10 in the morning doing a bunch of stuff, and they said they won't get our carpet dirty, and if they do, they'll repay us to clean up anything they do. So I go, well, cool.
Now we're shooting this on our GoPro Hero 13. And it has the max lens mod, but we've got it set to linear, which means it's a narrower picture. But it keeps the horizon line straight and everything. And It's actually a pretty good workflow. The videos, you have sections of a video you're shooting that are going to be broken up into like basically little chunks. But the GoPro Studio app, which you upload to the cloud, yeah, it assembles it for you. But you got to wait for it to process. But it'll assemble it into one big file that you can then you have to download that to your computer. The way we do it, we download it to our computer hard drive, then we upload it to YouTube as one big file. So it does it automatically. You don't have to go into your. I've been using DaVinci, but I'd rather not have to mess with editing and compiling clips together if I can help. And the GoPro Studio does that. And we don't mess with color grading and all that other stuff because our videos, we just kind of, they are what they are. It's just the way we like to do it.
You know, like Led Zeppelin, when they used to go to the studio, Jimmy Page's like, I'm going to record a guitar track one time and I ain't doing it again, I'm leaving. That's what. Yeah,
they said Stuart Copeland, I was watching a video on him and he said that's how the police used to do it. They just had him to, they give him the song and they say, you know, figure out the beat for it, and once they record that, they're not going to change it.
No.
And he said you're stuck with it. So if you later wish you'd done it another way, it's too bad. It's already recorded.
So if that kind of idea works for groups like the Police and Led Zeppelin, it works for the Wheelers.
That's how Clint Eastwood supposedly directed his movies too. Yeah. It's like one take and that's good enough. And he's done. He don't want to do it over and over again, and he don't want to sit back and fix it.
If we do it like this, it's more like it's live.
It's spontaneous.
You're seeing what's really going on. We're not editing anything.
Yeah, it's extemporaneous.
You're seeing exactly the reality of this. It's as good as live can be without going live.
What's that little black speck right there you're about to hit? Is that from the vacuum?
That?
Is that a piece of fuzz? Okay, that might be a cigarette burn.
Yeah, it's a burn. There's several burns in here.
Yeah, this was a crack house.
It was.
So it's amazing the carpets were even savable.
They made us a deal. They said they wanted to pull them out, and we talked to them and said, look, here's the deal. Let us clean it, and if we clean it good enough, pay us. If we don't, then pull them out and don't owe us no money for the cleaning. We're willing to take a risk. You can only do that with people you trust, will be honest, and not lie to you and say, oh, well, we're going to have to go replace it anyway. Well, they said the carpets were real dirty, so I come up here and looked at them and I started laughing. Yes, like, oh, okay, that ain't dirty. I do dirty carpets.
Well, these are new maintenance guys, new managers. They don't know. They weren't here. Some of the really bad carpets we've done in the past, they've never seen those before. Carpets like that we used to do, they replace those now. We hardly ever get a carpet that's, you know, if it's even slightly soiled, they think it can't be possibly clean.
But they already know this one's clean, and they've already decided they're going to pay us and not replace the carpet.
Well, see, they replaced us for a while with a
truck mount service.
A couple of different guys here in town that have truck mounts, and they weren't getting the carpets clean. And what they convinced them that if the carpet's very dirty at all, replace it because we can't clean it. And see, we used to just clean those carpets and make them look good, but
we clean them all.
You can't convince them that we can save you a bunch of those carpets because they're just in the habit of buying new carpets now, and you can't get them to see. It's like, well, let us try to clean it first and save you some money, because they're not spending, you know, managers stuff. They're not spending their own money. They're spending the company's money, so they're not going to mess around. You know, some of the managers we worked with in the past, they were trying to save the company money, because it helps their bonuses and stuff. These new managers, I guess the way they're doing it now, they're not that worried about it.
Doing a free cleaning and it's going to turn into a paid cleaning. We've never done a free cleaning that didn't turn into a paid cleaning. They all pay you because we do a good job, but they all like, you know what?
But you got to be careful who you work for.
Well, yeah, but apartment managers, we've always gotten paid. They always like, well, if it don't work good, I'm gonna pay you, right? Like, yeah, you don't pay me.
Now, if you work for somebody,
if
you work for somebody, you do a really good job, and then they say, well, I'm not satisfied, I'm not paying, you just don't work for them again.
This is the only thing I don't like about NCAP. It's foamy. The stuff, the OS1, and that is a killer NCAP. It's a foam monster.
Yeah. If you put all your, a lot of times starting out, you just put all most of your water in and then add the formula and then shake it. But if you got some formula in there, then when you try to refill, you're going to have a little foaming issue.
Now, I was nervous about using this Solo 260 with anything other than basic general purpose cleaner because I didn't want it to foam up the filter, but I'll be honest with you.
Well, any sprayers you use with the chemical, unless you know for a fact it's not going to do anything to the nozzles and stuff, you should always put some like vinegar and water through it. At least, maybe some water,
well,
at least some water at least, and make sure you clean it out really good. So you don't have problems later. You pull the sprayer down after a month and try to use it and it's clogged up and it won't work. So
when I get home, I'm gonna run 2 or 3 minutes of water through this.
And vinegar usually breaks up anything.
But end cap is a little foamy. The OS1, I'll be honest with you, it is highly foam. This is mediocre, you know?
Yeah, like I said, it's
No,
BETCO fiber cap, which MP, I think.
Let me,
And it works really good.
stand there in the kitchen, if you will. I'm gonna spray down the pet treatment. I'm gonna rake it.
I want to rake the whole thing because we got to walk through
Well,
it.
it's okay, I'll rake it again as we're walking out.
Rake up to here maybe.
Let me see.
I can't believe you're using a low-tech sprayer
Well,
for anything.
this
Now that you got all
works for
those,
this.
all those other sprayers and you grab a
I know.
standard, your hand's gonna be tired by the end of this day.
Not too bad.
Yeah, you put these things down and and if you can agitate the carpet somehow, rake it in or something, it helps get it, make sure the fibers are pretty coated with it and making sure it works its way
When they
in.
walk in here today and they smell this stuff,
Yeah, it does a strong
they're not
smell.
gonna know what we did, but they're gonna know something's nice.
It's a good smell.
It is.
You know, how most of the stuff works is it smells good to people, but if you're around it all the time, you get pretty fed up with it after a while. This stuff's not too bad though.
It'll make a crack house smell like it's clean again.
Yeah, almost. That's funny. These apartments are about 20-something years old. I mean, I know because we've cleaned this apartment in the past. There's all sorts of wild stuff that's happened up here over the
Oh, we've
years.
cleaned this apartment 10 or 12 times in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
We've cleaned it a lot. I used to know a guy who lived up here as a drug dealer, and
There's been a bunch of different ones. One
he
after
tried to
another.
be friends with me. His name was Harvey, and I was like, dude, we can't hang out, man. Our lifestyles don't mesh. Because I'm not
There's something about being up here. It gives you the munchies. Just walking into place after about 5 minutes, you start wishing you had some potato chips or something because of all the residue.
Yeah, there's something.
It's like it's haunted. But the drug ghosts are still here.
Now this room was the main room where I found pet hair. Apparently they didn't let the pet in the bedrooms because I didn't find pet hair in there whatsoever. So,
Yeah, it's been a long time.
what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to rake this in, but I'm going to spray. I'm going to spray all of this. But I'll rake it in as I'm leaving this traffic area.
Okay. Still a lot of moisture on the windows outside and stuff. Sun's just now starting to really creep up.
And that's that.
It still gets to about 90. This is middle October. It still hits 90 in the afternoons, but it gets nice and cool at night. So, yeah, we got a lot of videos in this place.
Well, we did some tricky photography and
Well, like yesterday, we had 2 gimbals set up with 2 cameras. And so we got 2 different videos of the living room from two different angles. So they're not the same video. In one video, he's walking away from the camera, but the other camera shows him walking towards it. So it's kind of neat when you do two cameras, you get different videos, even in the same place.
Yeah, we'll see how they turn out. We ain't even seen them yet.
No, we're still
busy to get them uploaded.
They take a while. They're 4K. They take a while to process and upload and everything. But we'll get them up over the next few days.
Yeah, buddy.
Now this lighting, I don't know what we're going to get because it's really.
Yeah, we don't know how dark it is in here. It's light to us because we got all the lights in the house on, but on camera maybe pitch
We're thinking about getting some lights for video, but then you got a bunch of extra junk to haul everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's a catch-22.
It is.
You may make the videos look better, but it really makes a lot of setup and extra time
A lot
involved.
of stuff to carry back and forth. Is it really worth it? That's the question.
Yeah, GoPros aren't the greatest cameras for indoor. Outdoors are great, but indoors they're kind of tricky to adjust, get everything so it can halfway see a decent looking image. And
They can be, they're weird.
everything's a little too dark. They don't like it.
I'm gonna creep my way on in, so here we go.
Alright. I don't think we even should show that other bedroom, to be honest. It's so nasty and dark, the light color and
Maybe
everything.
with the lighting, yeah.
It's just too dark.
The
It's not
carpet
going to
looks
make a good video.
The carpet looks good, but the lighting is horrible.
Yeah, later in the day it's going to be nice looking in there when the sun gets up in the wire. But
Oh yeah.
right now it's just too dark to work with. We got a big closet here, but he's already cleaned it and finished with it.
They got whatever it's getting done.
It's a nice large walk-in closet. It's actually a good place to lock your kids. I didn't say that out
Or your
loud, did I?
pets.
I was thinking it. Did I say it out loud?
Put your pets in there when you go to work.
Yeah, it's an extra bedroom. Oh.
I gotta be honest, I like those pump sprayers I got a lot, but this Solo 260.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
If it don't get burned out by using NIC cap in it, or something weird like that, it's a very good sprayer.
Well, what's funny is, what's it cost? 50 bucks.
50 bucks.
Ryobi has a power sprayer we've got. It's about 50 bucks. The good quality hand sprayers, they're 35, 40.
They're 50 bucks.
Almost 50. So
All sprayers that are decent are 50 bucks.
yeah, you're going to spend about 50 bucks.
And if you get one from Home Depot that's $8.
Yeah, you can get the El Cheapo sprayers, or you can get something decent. You're going to spend about 50 bucks on a sprayer. But they save you a lot of time, and
Yeah.
yeah, they probably wear out.
Hey Joe, are you noticing the not stopping the pump?
Yeah, that's nice.
You can tell, huh? You can notice it's obvious.
Yeah. We just got sick of hauling the big heavy sprayer. You fill them up, and then you got to haul them, and they start getting heavy. You got to take them up and downstairs, and
And the Pump Zero, that's what we were using. It's just not that powerful.
no, it's kind of a weak spray.
This is
And
more
the worst
powerful
thing
than-
is, you mix up a sprayer full of chemical, you end up having about a third or a half of it left, and it's not the chemical you want to use on the next job. So you got to find a place to store a mixed up chemical. Then you got to label it, or you'll forget what it is.
Well, you want a more powerful sprayer than the
These things,
Pump Zero. This is way more powerful. I'm kidding. I'm telling
and
you.
it doesn't use as much chemical because
No.
you mix up a smaller batch, you're more likely to use it all up, and then you can clean it out and put something else in there, as opposed to having extra that you got to store someplace. And then, like with the peroxides and stuff, they're not going to stay potent once they've been mixed and stuff. They're gonna basically go inert. So it's really going to end up wasting a lot of extra chemical with the bigger sprayers. So we'll finish this room. He'll rake it. We're not going to show the next room because it's just too
I
dark.
don't know. Maybe we should.
We'll see how the lights turn. The sun is coming up now, so
I mean, this would be
I'd like to show it, but at the
could be
same
an into
time.
our apartment that way. But if we can't.
Well,
we
at this
can't.
point, if you watch this far in the video, you probably would watch to the end. But a lot of people already tuned out. They only watch for a couple of minutes and they give up. So Only the die-hard people that have to watch are watching this
Yeah,
one.
we got people who really love us, who want to see everything we put out.
And I don't blame them. There's lots of videos, I see them, I was like, that looks interesting, but it's
Too long.
It's 35, 40 minutes, and I just don't have time to watch that right now, and then you forget about it. There's just
But
too
then
much
again,
stuff going on.
remember, it's bonnet painting. Who in the world don't want to see a lot of that, right?
Yeah.
Give me that over F1 racing any day.
Yeah, well, not me.
I'm kidding.
I find,
Joe can't stand carpet painting videos.
I think Auric Orbiters are boring, because I've seen thousands and thousands of videos on them over the years.
Plus, we use them all the time. So
Yeah.
they're not as fascinating thing to us.
I think when we like do a video with our extractors, they're more interesting because we don't do it all the time.
If you don't own an Auric and you're wanting one, and you haven't got the money up for one yet, that's pretty much happens to a lot of people because they're not all rich. Then you want to watch all the Auric stuff you can get because you're fascinated.
Well, it's kind of like having a nice socket set. I mean, it's nice when it's new and you get it, but then you just dismiss it, don't think about it too much. But when you need it, it's there. And Aurics are a very useful piece of equipment to have.
Well, when you don't have one, you want to watch all the information you can on one because you really want one bad. But then when you get one, it's like, why would I watch videos on this? I can just go play with mine. In fact, I can make my own videos.
The funny
There
thing,
you go.
and the funny thing is they're so simple to use, you can train someone to use one in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And they pretty much know everything you're going to need to know. I mean, they'll develop their own techniques and
I'm gonna tell you, the
everything.
reason we don't have
It's not
a helper
complicated.
isn't because the training's difficult, it's because people are crackheads. We don't want a helper.
Yeah.
We don't want to deal with all their emotional problems they bring to a job.
Now keep in mind, this is a carpet they were going to throw away and put a new carpet in.
And it's gonna last years now.
And we convinced them that we could probably make it look pretty
If
nice.
someone moves in here for 10 years, they just stretch the life of their
I
carpet.
think this is a Section 8 apartment, which means,
Yeah, what's your shoe?
you know, most people that are going to rent it, they just need a place to stay, and they're not expecting to have brand new carpets, you know. They're not going to be all that picky. If the carpets are decent and they're clean, they're going to be happy with that because they just need a place to stay. So you really don't want to put...
Any crib in a car on it.
Well, if you put $1,500 worth of carpet in, you got to make you got to charge more, which maybe they don't care because they're only paying 20 or 30 bucks of that, but still,
yeah,
it saves everybody money if you can save a carpet instead of replacing it. And a lot of these apartment carpets, well, the big problem we've got nowadays is pets. Everybody, around here at least, I think it's nationwide, if somebody says they need a comfort animal, you can't tell them no. So even places that said no pets.
Do they take their animals out? No.
No, and then
And then they pick up the poop? No.
well, this is an upstairs apartment, so people don't walk their dog as much as the dog probably needs to
Especially in
go.
the winter when there's ice on the stairs.
So basically, every place you rent these days, the carpets are full of, you know,
They're
residue.
trashed out.
Yeah. They've had pets and they've made messes everywhere, and maybe they clean the spots out where you can't see it, but you may smell it later. So we're doing an extra heavy treatment in this to get the smells dealt with, just in case. We don't really smell it, but that doesn't mean there's not smells.
No, there's people who do,
Yeah.
just not us. Okay. We might as well do the bedroom, but first let me do the pet treatment and fill up my sprayer one more time. Now, do you notice, and you guys on video that watch us, how far you go with one of these things before you have to?
Yeah.
I mean, I did this whole room and that whole living room.
No, they don't make a bigger one of that one, do they?
No, well, no.
That's the biggest size they make.
I did the living room and that big bedroom, and it's a big bedroom.
See, we got
On
a
one thing, I did the whole living room on one.
a MAROLEX sprayer.
It's still there.
We've got a MAROLEX sprayer, which is a 2 liter, and it if you pump it up all the way, it'll pretty much run that whole 2 liters on one pump up. But they have a 3 liter version, which, you know, you're not even putting a full liter in there because it's not big enough. So if you want more capacity, the MAROLEX sprayers are awesome. They're made in Poland,
You know what? You just sold me.
and they got Viton seals. Oh wait, there it is right there. You
I'm
brought
gonna do
it.
something right now, unprecedented.
You're gonna
Hold on.
switch over to the MAROLEX.
You better believe I am. Just
Now these have Viton seals in
what
them.
we won't do for our audience.
Yeah, and they'll handle a lot of chemicals that a sprayer like that would
Well,
choke
it's got
on.
a silicone hose in it, so it'll go, I mean, it'll go all over. You hear that?
Yeah, pull that out and they'll show them.
Oh, I gotta take the little anyway.
Yeah. If
Look
you're
at
looking
there.
for good sprayers, if you could
That
find
is a
ones that
killer
have the
pump sprayer.
flexible, because that way you can pretty much turn them upside down and keep
Now,
spraying.
they got different size MAROLEX sprayers, but to be honest with you, I don't know.
Smell that. Does
I-
it have something in it?
Just no.
It's just water.
I don't know if
There's a 3 liter.
The other ones have the flexible. If the smaller ones have the flexible hose.
Well, they sell foamers and sprayers.
Now this is a very heavy sprayer to use, but I'm gonna do it for you guys
Yeah.
because we like y'all.
It's all about, you know, you gotta turn your wrist the right direction to
But you gotta know.
aim these things, and they can be a little heavy.
I've never used this.
Now they sell at least one that's like a regular garden type sprayer that's like maybe I don't know, like a 2-gallon size. It's in liters, but they
This
sell
is
one of
up
those
to-
too.
This is up to 55 ounces, which will more than do one little bedroom. I'll end up pouring product out to do this for you guys. I don't care because product's cheap. When you use it at the level we use it at, looky there. Is that enough? I don't know. I don't weigh.
And that's a BETCO Fiber Cap MP, which is we found is a really good cleaner.
Yeah, I did. So this is going to be El Special.
But next you need to go spray these.
Yeah, I
Red
need to
X.
do the picture.
Is it Desert Rain?
It's Desert Rain.
Yeah,
And
Red
then
X.
again, thank you, Mac, if you're watching our video, because you're the one who encouraged us to buy that Desert Rain, and it is good. Now, the thing is the OS1 that we did our pre-painting with, that stuff, y'all need to go look up information on YouTube videos.
Yeah, he did a deep dive on OS1.
That stuff it'll decimate anything.
Yeah,
There's nothing like
and that's man, I'm trying to remember the net Pro's Choice, and we have an Amazon link for it. But you're comparing OS1 to what was it? OSR?
OSR is the kind that you use with a truck mount, and when you're done, you do like a.
And that's made for generally like you
it's made
flood
for
the area.
serious urine contamination where you're going to do a controlled flood.
Yeah,
If you guys don't know what a controlled flood is, listen. A controlled flood is like right here is urine. So what you do is you get a bucket of water with OSR in it, and you pour it in there until the carpet's
you soak it.
like it's had a flood. You let it sit for an hour or so, or 30 minutes, and then you get a water claw or a shop vac or something. You start pulling all the water out, and then
Yeah, and it's got enzymes or whatever in it.
no, it's not good. It's like peroxide.
Okay, that's strong peroxide.
Yeah, it's a.
Now this
But this
this
stuff-
has a quat in it.
But what they did with OS1, which is what we use, they took OSR and put it on steroids.
Did you dose the closet with that stuff?
No.
Or do you remember to?
But what they did with OS1, which is what we use, they made it to the limits that you can make it safely for any kind of use.
Yeah, OSR is like OS.
OSR is like a weaker version of
No,
OS1.
OS1 is like OSR on
But
steroids.
OS1 is their true flagship.
Yeah, and we're using OS1. He wants to get some OSR and a water claw, but
I don't think
may not need it.
I think I'll just get OS1 in a water claw. You can dump OS1 right into an area.
Let me
and
turn
you
this
can do
off
a
for a
controlled flood thing with it.
I'm turning the light off so we don't forget it and you don't need it right now
You can do
anyway.
a controlled flood with OS1, and it's stronger than OSR, so why not use the best? And what it does when it dries, it just everything in the carpet that's touching turns brittle. If you go start watching YouTube videos on it, you'll see what we're talking about. There's old seminars on it from years back that people are doing. The stuff is just like unbelievable. And we've used it and we know it's unbelievable. They're not lying on those old YouTube videos. They told the truth. See, I don't like NCAP, but with BETCO Pro Cap and OS1, I'm an NCAPper now because the products are that good. Most NCAP is like, you know, it's kind of shady. You don't know what it really is. They say it's NCAP, or it has NCAP-like qualities, you know, all that kind of stuff, which I'm not insulting that. But this stuff is actual old school NCAP. OS1 and this BETCO stuff. BETCO's been around 100 years. By now they got their making products down to a science.
Well, a lot of the stuff you're buying is made by certain manufacturers, and you don't really know because maybe it's in the fine print, maybe it's not, but you're buying a lot of products that are sold under different brand names into the same thing, or very slightly changed, not enough to make a difference. And so,
okay.
That light is off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The sun's coming in. Well, they can fix that with an inspect if they don't like the blind something. That's their deal. All right.
You got that ready to go?
I will when I
What's
pump
it take, 30 pumps?
Well, I just pump it till I feel it tighten up a bit.
But you'll pretty much,
I'll probably have to pump it one more time.
yeah, because he's got...
Now, once it gets the water from here down to here, I can probably pump it up and probably do a whole room with it.
Yeah, if you had
a lot of air
if you had like 50-50 of air and
you better go in
solution, then you could run it for longer.
Get in there and get ready for the menagerie.
Yeah, it's ugly in here with that light.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe they found a 10-watt light bulb, I think.
Let's see here.
I don't know where they got it, but...
Oh. This is something I said I'd never do, but I'm doing it. I'll tell you what, if you're gonna use a pump spare, you might as well get the Big Daddy.
You can hear that flexible hose in that thing shaking around.
The silicone hose?
Yeah. It's got that little weight at the end and you can hear it shaking around in the bottle.
I gotta tell you, man, that ain't bad. I might.
Compare that to the power sprayer, what do you think? This is powerful pretty much, isn't it?
Well, the power sprayer will never change.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's nice. I thought it was gonna be too heavy to do this with, but it's not, and man, it is powerful.
Yeah, I tell everybody if you can only have...
This sprayer here is, they say it's up to 58 PSI, 60 PSI basically.
Yeah, it's not playing around. If you can only get one sprayer, power sprayers or whatever, I'm telling you right now, MAROLEX makes the best sprayers.
Oh yeah, that's the best in the world.
And if you wanted to, if you could handle the 3 liter, it won't tire you out, then you could have... The reason you get the bigger sprayers is because you can have more air. Like if you only use 1 liter of chemical in a 3 liter sprayer, you're gonna have so much air in there when you pump it up that you could just go for a long, long time without having to repump the...
I may have to pump this again because I didn't get like a full pump.
Yeah, you didn't have enough air in there.
If I get through this whole thing on this one pump, that is utterly amazing.
It's not a very big room, but...
Yeah, but I'm talking about a sprayer that ain't pumped up that well. It's only pumped up about half the way.
Yeah.
Compared to what it'll do. But this sprayer is definitely your big kahuna.
That's your double whopper with cheese.
It is. I'm gonna stop here in a second when I get down to the wall and pump it up the rest of the way, and then it's gonna be blasting. Because it's barely letting off pressure.
It's noisy.
That's the cap.
Yeah, that hose in there with the weight shaking around.
No, it's not that.
Oh, you got tips in the extra tips?
Yeah, it's a tip.
Yeah, those things, the handle has a compartment and the plunger at the top has a compartment to keep
water
extra
in this
tips.
thing to keep the hose from shaking. I'll show you guys on video here in a second.
But they got built-in storage to keep all your extra tips and things.